Namaste everyone. Today I'll be talking about the different branches of psychology. It is amazing to know how these branches evolved by just the study of the brain and the soul to what psychology is now. There are so many branches because of the different schools of psychology, how different psychologists from different times contributed through their own perspectives. This has led to currently so many branches. So I'll be talking about some of the important ones. These are an insight which will help in planning your career in psychology as well. So the first and foremost, cognitive psychology. This studies mental processes, as you know, from the information processing approach, attention, perception, memory, learning, reasoning, problem solving, decision making, and how we communicate with each other using language. So they use many mental processes like laboratory experiments. They use many research methods by conducting laboratory experiments and experiments in natural settings. They work with neuroscientists and computer scientists. So cognitive psychology is very important from the exam point of view as well as psychology subject point of view. So here we come to understanding of the brain through biological psychology and neuropsychology. Now, what is biological psychology? So these psychologists focus on the physiology of the human body, especially the study of the brain and the other parts of the nervous system. They study the immune system and genetics or heredity because most of our behavior is from heredity from our parents and ancestors. They work with neuroscientists, zoologists, and anthropologists. They also study the endocrine system because endocrine system is responsible for secreting hormones, and as you know, oversecretion or undersecretion both are a problem and they influence our behavior. Now, neuropsychologists study whatever happens in the brain in much more detail compared to biological psychologists. They study the function of neurotransmitters. These are chemical messengers. They help in transmitting the message from one nerve cell to another within the brain. So they use advanced technologies like these on both normal human brains and damaged human brains. They work with neuroscientists. So how biological psychology and neuropsychology help in the study of the human mind and behavior through their own perspectives. This is a larger perspective and this is a more specialized field. So like this, there are many branches which I will be discussing in detail in class. Modern psychology has several branches. These are some to name a few. You have many emerging fields like aviation psychology, women's psychology, etc. So as and when psychology is evolving, it is branching into many of these aspects. Now, like usual, I will be sharing some previous year's questions. In the NIOS 12th Standard October 2024 exam, this I won't be discussing, it's a very obvious answer. Here they have asked what is true and what's false. Applied psychology is primarily focused on conducting research and advancing theoretical knowledge, which I would say is false because, as the name implies, applied psychology, we use it in our daily life. How to apply this in a daily life? To help solve problems, and hence applied psychology is focused on conducting research, yes, theoretical advancing theoretical knowledge, yes, but not only that, but how to take action and solve problems in our daily life. Environmental psychology studies the relationship between people and their physical environments, exploring how factors like design, nature, and space impact behavior and well being. It is true because this is one of the aspects of environmental psychology wherein our physical environment, the environment in which we live and work, how it impacts our behavior, our well being. If we are comfortable, then we are able to perform better, interact better with our co-workers or our people whom we live with. Else, it will affect our behavior adversely. It will impair our performance or productivity as well. So that's about branches of psychology. Thank you so much.